Alright. Welcome to FaBled Hunters.
I'm Ada.
I'm Saint.
And we're gonna open some stuff.
That's right. We're gonna open a whole bunch of stuff, but we've got some updates. First off, I'm going to be on Channel Fireball making segments about collecting and some segments about Flesh and Blood to promote the game further. So as a thank you from Channel Fireball, the CEO created a promo code just this week called Hunters, like FaBled Hunters, capital HUNTERS, to give any viewers interested in their Fab, MTG, or Pokemon box breaks 10% off. So just this week, Hunters. Thanks Channel Fireball for picking me up as a content creator. And as promised, we framed James White's letter. We appreciate you, James. And speaking of James, last I communicated with him, he said something on the letter. He said, Saint, thanks again for your support. The box openings you, Ada, and Michael do are very entertaining. I'm looking forward to eventually seeing you hit the Shayana/Shard God Case of Crew. Keep in touch, James.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
So ever since then, I was chasing for that God Case. And as the viewers already know, we did a big trade with Kaiba. We had 7 boxes of Crucible. So I opened a couple of them. There was no luck. Then I went on the Will and Seals channel to promote box openings of Crucible of War for Fab. And first edition Monarch box. I have not even acquired any first edition Monarch boxes. I'm waiting for some reliable sources to come through. We will see, though. We will see. I think that is an amazing purchase, though. Monarch box. Come on. Oh, fuck!
Dang, this card is so different. There's no text at the bottom. Tell me more.
I got the twinning blade, the full art twinning blade. We've got double the love, double Dorinthebe. Yeah, it's kind of like the Queen of Hearts, right? Or like Queen with a sword, like a poker card. Because Legend Story Studios, they care about their players. They want to insert Easter eggs like this to encourage their players to collect. So that happened, and that was the close of the loose boxes. A couple weeks later, after a filming session of FaBled Hunters, Yuenji stayed behind, and he opened up the first box of the case. He actually picked, I remember, box number 3.
Okay. High speed and fast.
Yeah, a little slow. Business is a little slow here at FaBled Hunters. Oh! Oh! We're giving this box away. I'm giving the Shayana.
Ooh, this card.
We got a Shayana. Same thing. We promised the rest of the Fab graded and sealed group that if we opened up a Shayana or a Shard in the case, we'd give away the rest of the box. So congratulations to Nikki, John, and George from Compete Sport. They got the rest of the box, and Yuenji pulled us the Shayana. Isn't she beautiful?
Yeah, it's amazing.
Yeah, she's the Diamond Gemini. She's in all her splendor, the only hero cold foil that comes in the boxes. She actually reminds me of a card called the Vesuvian Doppelganger. My childhood friend, Quentin Hoover, had a Vesuvian Doppelganger, and there was like one over here and the other one like a clone, so it almost looks like half of a Vesuvian Doppelganger.
That's from Magic?
From Magic, yeah. For
wow.
Magic Revised, Alpha, Beta, Unlimited. So yeah, she's a shapeshifter. She's the doppelganger of Flesh and Blood. And because of that, and this is why I mention the God Case, because of that, I looked to the rest of the boxes. Speaking of my content on Channel Fireball, we found the Arknight Shard. So tune in to the new content coming out on Channel Fireball. You'll find out how we broke down the God Case. All right, but that's not all. We wanted to remind the viewers, especially the new ones, about our break last time.
So we actually opened this box, this unlimited.
That's right. And Ada picked out this box. The first half wasn't great because I did the first half. Guilty as charged. I've got the worst luck ever. But yeah, we'll remind you what Ada pulled. So there was the Sigil. See, these are a couple dollar cards. The Snatch, Forge for War, Route, Iron Song Determination is going up, a couple of Spinal Crushes, Remembrance, one of the most valuable super rares, Reckless Swing, and Iron Rot Legs. So these were the notable cards, very playable, especially the Sigil, and also, again, Drone of Brutality is banned. And we can't forget,
we got the Findall Spring Tunic.
Ada pulled the Tunic. So one lucky viewer is going to receive all of this as your welcome to the game. Let's get this episode going.
Let's get to it.
And we're back. Okay, what do we have in front of us?
Ooh, got a lot of stuff here, Saint.
Yeah.
Wow, I see 2 boxes on the left and
Bunch of
tons
slabs. Yep. We're gonna go through it. Let's start with one that we saw just recently. This was from Chris Sava from down under Australia. Chris Sava won his Arc Knight shard.
Whoa.
And he trusted us with his shard. It's so funny. It's such a small market where almost everybody knows everybody else. This shard isn't even going to make it back to Australia. It's actually making it or staying right here in the US to a well-known member of our community, Austin Paget, the shard collector. So Austin and Chris both allowed us to show this shard on video. This is going to be headed to Austin's home shortly if I can figure out this stuffing paper. Congrats, Chris. Congrats, Austin. Austin, we support your journey to 20 or more shards. He's trying to collect shards.
Wow.
We've got an update, a Silver Linings update for George from Compete Sport. He also submitted a Teklo Foundry Heart that went a little slower. Wasn't the express grade, or wasn't the premium grading, was the express grading. And
What's the cost difference again?
The cost difference nowadays is like $100. Express is like $100 cheaper than premium. Premium's $250, Express is $150. But Silver Linings, he got a 9 quad plus, which was the best possible 9 you could get. And of his second slab, he had a 9.5 gold Arcanite Skullcap. So Silver Linings, not a complete loss. He went 50-50. Okay, we also have the remainder of James Badger, James Curry slabs.
Oh my god, I recognize that.
Yes, this is exactly the playmat for E-Strike from James White. Yeah, you're picking this up. Yeah, this is 9 quad plus E-Strike, which is good. Scab skin, mask, bracers, gloves, cross strap, boots, and another Arcanite shard with a 10. Oh yeah, so all of these cold foils, I know you've heard, right? The market's been going crazy since our last update.
Nuts.
Yeah, it's really been nuts. When we last filmed, or when we got you involved in Flesh and Blood, I think it was $3,000 for a WTR box and $1,400 for an ARC box and something like $500 for a Crucible of War box. And
how about now?
Now they're just up. Ever since that print run news, WTR is around 7,000 right now. ARC is pushing over 4,000.
That's insane.
And Crucible is over 1.2 as of the filming of this video. Yeah.
It's crazy because I still remember us having lunch and you teaching me about the game. And that was just, like a couple months.
Yeah, not even 2 months ago, right? Like 6 weeks, 6 to 7 weeks ago. It's really crazy. And a lot of viewers at home, they'll be like, oh, look at this. Look at these cards. They're going to be out of reach. But viewers, these cards and the prices are just the market telling everybody how popular, how great, how fun this game is. Yes, there's going to be collectors. They made this game for collectors and players. So we all need to coexist. I play the game. I also collect the game. I love the game. And I love the whole concept and the spirit of the game to support the local game stores, to support a face-to-face playing environment so we can all come together. So, a lot of people, they'll look at this. They'll be like, oh, cold foils are anywhere from $1,000 to $7,000 now. And some of the FaBled cold foils will be even more. And
I remember you telling me even if, let's say, you're just someone who wants to learn the game,
Yep.
the gameplay, you could always get the unlimited reprint.
Yes, absolutely. You could
That's
always
true.
buy the unlimited boxes just to
Always
play.
with those decks.
And the people that are at home saying, you know what, we missed the boat. It's already over. The easy money has been made. First off, it's not about easy money, but people haven't missed the boat. This is really early on. The game is not even 2 years old.
Yeah, Magic is...
Magic is 30 years old. Pokemon is 22 years old. And this game's going to last for a while. Like, I started in the second year of Magic and Revised, and I wasn't like, oh, how come those people with Alpha, Beta, Unlimited, you know what, I'll never keep up. I still grinded out the packs. I still bought my packs for $2.50. I still collected dual lands. I still traded up to my first Beta Shivan Dragon. Then eventually I traded a lot of dual lands for a Beta Mox Pearl, which is assigned my first piece of Power 9. It was signed, so it was even less valuable than an unsigned one. But you know what? If you're serious about the game, if you're serious about collecting, if you're serious about playing, you're going to be able to find a way. And Monarch, which is coming out next month, that's going to be a great starting point, great entry point. The LSS, the publisher, they wanted to start the game with Monarch, but they actually started with WTR to build some backstory and build the background of the classes, to build the world.
That makes sense.
Yeah, this batch, by the way, was from a private collector. We got 2 quad Breeze Rider boots. Just quads are so tough. The 9.5 corners. There's a good Courage. This is Durant the Bay's alternate armor. Like, some people like the Tunic. Some people like the Courage of Bladehold. This is really tough to grade. We've got the Model I. Skeletor. Ooh, another Skeletor. Quads are really cool. Yeah, when you've got the 9.5 corners. Oh, just beautiful corners all over. All over. Hey, it takes a special type to appreciate cardboard, right? You're like, what are you looking at?
Yeah.
These corners. Why does it make such a big difference? And there's Cheyenne and the Shard. Wow.
Sure.
Yeah, the Legendary and another FaBled. Okay, but those are other people's slabs. Back to the FaBled Hunter slabs. I'm not sure if you were around for pulling these. It might have been with Michael, but we pulled a Mage Master Boots that came 9.5.
I don't think I was there.
Refraction Bolters, 9.5. Goliath Gauntlet, WTR, 9.5 basic.
Nice.
Very sad. We're missing, well, here the surface, but we're missing the quad. And the Tunic that was pulled a couple videos ago was 9 quad plus plus. The best 9 we could get. Still not bad. Still, you know, a very clean silver label Tunic.
And you said Tunic's the best card to have in any deck.
It's the most versatile piece of gear.
Got
Legendary
it. So
gear.
whatever character you play.
Whatever character you play, yeah, because
Card.
every 3 turns you gain extra resources.
Oh, wow.
Right? So resources you need to pitch to produce resources. But if you have a Tunic, every 3 turns you get a free resource. Yep. So that's all for the slabs. We do have some packages from
To open?
some very, very special members of the community.
Nice.
This is Matt Down Under from Card Merchant from New Zealand. He shipped us something. Matt actually is Matt Rogers. He's a colleague of mine over at Channel Fireball. He produces Fab with Matt. He's also the prior world champion of Flesh and Blood.
Wow.
So yeah, really privileged to get a card from him. Matt actually was like, hey, what up, Saint? I just won. Let me be careful. Yeah, I gotta be really careful. I just won a cold foil from one of my tournaments, and I wanted you to be the one to have it.
Wow, what
So,
an honor.
yeah, it's an honor to have. He's actually currently rated number 2 in the former champion. This is a Viscerai Runeblood cold foil. It's sealed up right now, but that's Matt. He was also like, hey, Saint, you know what? I feel like every single cold foil that I send your way is going into a Flesh and Blood museum. And he's not wrong, right?
Yeah.
He's not wrong. And Matt is, he's an ambassador of Flesh and Blood himself, but his partner, actually, Jacob Pearson, is also a big Flesh and Blood VIP. Jacob Pearson sent us a package from New Zealand Post. New Zealand. And Jacob
Nike box.
in a Nike box.
What?
What? In an Air Jordan 1985. Jacob, are you a collector of sneakers? Are you a sneakerhead? Wow. So, anyways, let's
a lot of stuff.
yeah, a lot of stuff going on here. I see a letter.
Yeah.
I see some.
I love like
tube.
letters.
Yeah. Let's see. This is going out.
Very well protected.
Well protected. I don't know what this is, but I guess we're about to find out.
Not really sure why they're.
Yeah. There's some.
Is there a story behind
There's some
it?
old sneaker smell. I don't know, but thank you regardless, Jacob. Let's read his letter. Okay. From Jacob. To the most fabled hunter, may these tokens of victory both appease your insatiable lust for both silver and blood.
Oh.
My hope is that these trophies adorn your fabled halls for years to come. Attached is my weapon of choice. I hope it is to your taste. Your fellow hunter, Jacob Pearson. Oh, wow. Oh, wow, and he's got his deck registration sheet with oh my god. This is
so cool.
This is him actually winning. Wow, this is his deck that he took to take it down. Wow, Jacob, thank you so much. You're a gentleman, a scholar, and you're a warrior of ages. Jacob is actually the current world champion, as well as the sparring partner, training partner with Matt. So they're 1 and 2 in the world for all time. So yeah, it's kind of like we get the Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant of Flesh and Blood sending us their stuff. So it is such an honor. Let me see. I'm usually about the cardboard, so I'm gonna check what's in here. It feels like there's cardboard in here. So man.
Exciting.
Yeah. Okay, going through it. Uh-oh, there's more packaging. Oh, I know what that is. I definitely know.
my God,
I definitely
your favorite.
recognize that. Oh, you can tell from here?
Yeah. I'm a visual person.
You're a visual person.
Oh.
Oh, wow. What is better than Wonderintha Bay? It is... Okay. Just get her out here.
Oh my God.
It is a second Durintha Bay.
Wow.
We're working on a little Durintha Bay harem over here.
Amazing.
Yeah, everybody.
Wait, why is the border blue?
Oh, that's because that's from the sleeve.
Oh.
Yeah, that's the extra sleeve. Yeah. So we're going to look at this. This is probably going to go to Beckett. It's going to try to chase the first Durintha Bay for 10 or better status.
Amazing.
We're going to see. And our last piece from Mr. Pearson. I don't know. There's some weird cloth and, first there's a Nike box. Then there's a letter with his deck registration sheet, which is, again, an honor, Mr. Pearson.
Oh.
And then this is a
pillowcase?
It looks like a Japanese pillowcase with cherry blossoms and the double happiness word on it. Wow! First we've got old shoes, an old shoe box, and then a used pillowcase. This is like a game of Clue here, right?
Oh my God!
This is special. This is something I do not have. Actually, a gentleman by the name of Christian, he had dibs on it, and then Christian found out from Jacob that I was interested in it. Mm-hmm. So Christian said, "You know what? Let's let Saint have it." So this is a skirmish playmat. Believe the art is scar for a scar, the common from Welcome to Wraith, and this is from their skirmish event. So thank you so much, Champ, for letting us have your skirmish playmat. I actually spoke further with Matt Rogers and Jacob Pearson, and they encouraged me. They're open to the idea of me commissioning them for their next victories. So for the upcoming months, I'm commissioning Matt and Jacob on their victories. So fight hard and win them foils. Spill some blood, boys. Keep up the good work.
Yay.
Thanks again, guys. And before we leave the audience, we had one last very special piece.
It looks like it's from Robert
McCauley from Canada. As a matter of fact, yeah, Canada Post. As a matter of fact, Robert got very, very lucky with his submission. He also had a very, very nice card. And he had auctioned that card up on the open market, and there were so many parties. There was so much competition for the card. He initially wanted something like, I think, $33,000 for the card. There was a lot of cash offers, and then people even offered sealed product on top of that.
Wow.
As a matter of fact, it went pretty high. And yeah, there was a little bit of a bidding war. There were some notable figures and some deep pockets. And Robert, he could have, Robert, he could have went to the highest bidder, but he actually had a conversation with me. He said, you know what? I know if it goes on Fabled Hunters, this card will have a good home. So he actually sold us the only 10 pristine Fabled in the world, the BGS 10 pristine Arknight Shard. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, this is one
That's
of
amazing.
one in the world.
I've never seen one.
And the centering is a 10. The corners, there's a little bit of corner thing over there. Some people are saying it's generously graded, but it's just a little bit of love from BGS. But the rest are definitely, edges and surface are definitely 10 from here. So this is one of one. This shard is going to have its rightful place in the Flesh+Blood Museum, as Matt and Jacob have said. And it will take its rightful place among the other treasured slabs. So everybody, we hope you liked this episode. Keep on tuning in. We're going to have breaks coming up. So thanks again, everybody. Bye.